welcome to or back to my channel. I am super excited to be giving you another island update because I've been working super hard on my island. Not only did I finish the lake I was working on in my last update, but I also want to give you a little tour of Bud's exterior here and kind of how that came together. My last video was a speed build on the interior of Bud's little beach house here, and I am finally happy with the exterior, so let's go take a look at what I've been working on. This is the completed look of the outside of Bud's ice cream bar and little drink shack I made him on the beach here. It's not exactly what I had planned originally, but I'm super happy with how it came together. When I show you how I made this area, I'll explain the kind of things that got in my way, but I think this is how I'm going to design the rest of my beaches on this island. The wheat fields, the sugarcane looks so good with the palm trees. I can't even explain why I love it so much, but I do. But I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I think it looks really good. I've never really seen a peninsula design like this, like more naturally, so I think it's really different and really cute. I figured a good place to start would be just completely tearing down everything in this area over here. For some reason, my brain finds it easier to design when I start with like a completely blank slate. So that's why when I designed my first island, I completely flattened, and with this new design, I'm flattening areas down before I start designing. I mostly wanted to completely close off Bud's little beach area over there, so I decided a good place to start would just be filling this area in with cliffs. That way I could keep that in its own little beach spot over there and have it be separate from the rest of the island. Considering the rest of the island's full of like the cedar trees and stuff like that, I wanted to have like this heavy palm tree area separate over here. So I started out with just filling in this area with cliffs and went from there. With cliff terraforming, I normally just start going around the entire outside edge of the space I want to fill in and then go from there. I don't focus too much on like rounding out the edges and just like filling everything in right away, because I'd rather make sure I'm filling up the desired amount of space first and then go in and make the few adjustments I want to. I also, for some reason, really care about how the cliffs and stuff look on my map, so I'll even check my map while I'm doing this first initial just like planning and make sure I like how it looks before I go ahead and like fill everything in and waste my time. Don't ask me, I'm weird, I don't know. As my favorite NPC, Leaf would say, do what makes you happy, alright? From this point, I was pretty much happy with it. I started filling everything in, rounding out the edges, made a few small minor details and changes because I'm just so OCD like that. I did decide to fill in this little space here. I was going to keep it separate, but like I said, I wanted this area to be completely apart from the rest of my island. I also didn't like how straight this little ledge looked, so I just made a few little indents and rounded out a few more sides. The biggest decision troubling me right now is whether I want like a whole ass incline over in this spot or just like something simple like a little step ladder. Let me know what you think. Now here is where things started going awry. My original plan had Bud's house sitting on the peninsula, and then I was going to do like some beach sports and other things on the beaches themselves. But I did not realize that his house would not fit. It made me so sad. I ended up just placing it here, and I was like, screw it, I'll just mess with some beachy stuff and see what I can make work. And that's pretty much how it ended up happening. Just shows that sometimes in this game things don't work out like you want them to, and you just have to like keep on keeping on and figure your shit out. I really wish I took more progress videos when trying to figure this out, but like I said, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just putting stuff down and hoping for the best. So this pretty much came together within the matter of a couple days, and I was happy with it. There's a couple things I probably could have done differently or made work otherwise, but I think I'm happy. The last thing I decided to do was add just another cliff level for some more planning, and I wanted to put some more beachy stuff right along this cliff ledge here just to really add to this area, add a little bit of depth. I had the room for it, and I just wanted everything to look nice and neat and organized over here. I may of course make a couple changes once I start designing this cliff, but I think adding just a little bit more to this spot, like the little like wheat field and stuff right there, really added something to it and helped tie this area together. I think that's enough for Bud's beach shack here. Let's move on to my lake. This is what I showed you guys in my last island update of how it was going so far. I am happy to say that I am finally finished with it. Again, it didn't take too many progress videos like I should have, but it is done. We are happy with it. Let's take a look of how it came together. I still have a bit more details and stuff to work out, of course, but here is the finished lake. Again, it's kind of small for a lake, but I think the windmills and stuff in the back there add to it a lot. I really like that it's still functional as like a fishing spot. So it still looks like a lake, but I can still pretty much reach any fish that happen to spawn over here. It's super cute. I love how it came out. I can't wait to show you a little bit more of it. But yeah, I think it looks super cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. The last thing I did over this area, because my house is going to go right by this lake here, so I did have to place that down, figure out where I wanted that. I think it looks super cool, kind of tucked back behind these trees, and once I add even more trees, it's going to look even cooler. This exterior is not up to par though. We need something a little more... There we go. This next area here is, I think, the next place I'm going to work on. This whole little lead up into where my house is going to go, as well as this little spot here next to my Legend of Zelda house here. Maple's house is going to go right over here, and I'm going to have a couple other things, but mostly it's just going to be pathing. I think the next video I make is going to be a speed build on the yard, or like the exterior around my house. But until then, I think that's about it for this video. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you have any questions, let me know. All of the design codes, everything like that will be in the description. So of course, check there for anything you might be missing. But that's about it. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.